During the 19th century, the fortunes of Folkestone had risen steadily. And by the early 20th century, the new Edwardian era was underway, and Folkestone was ready to meet its public as the most prestigious seaside resort in the country. It was frequented by the new king, Edward VII, and his mistress, Alice Keppel. All the town needed was a venue to entice the right people to this aspiring resort. The Pavilion Tea Room was commissioned by Frederick Ralph, a local businessman and philanthropist, who was keen to invest in the town that he'd made his home. Now, you wouldn't imagine that designing something as ordinary as a tea room would require such features as Tuscan columns holding up the gallery, a molded terracotta front, Art Nouveau style stained glass, or an imperial staircase. But happily for Folkestone, Frederick and his architect, Reginald Pope, were visionaries, and they saw the potential of combining the ordinary with the extraordinary. And they created a first-rate landmark attraction. To the tea room was added a stage, and in the First World War, farewell concerts were held here for the troops on their way to the trenches. After the Second World War, it became a repertory theatre, and then from 1987, a club with snooker tables, a bowling alley, and a bar, until its eventual closure in 2007. Years of economic decline took a heavy toll on both Folkestone and the Pavilion. But now, in 2018, the tide is turning again. Folkestone has a vibrant arts community, and high-speed trains make the journey from London in less than an hour. The mood is optimistic and buoyant. Massive regeneration is taking place. With so much renewal and renovation in Folkestone, the Pavilion is ready to take on the mantle of town talisman yet again. It remains, in spite of the condition to which it's been allowed to deteriorate, an exceptionally impressive building, waiting to be pressed into service again. The current owners, a group of property developers, suggest it becomes a gym to service the blocks of flats which will cocoon the building. But there are other ideas from the Friends of the Leas Pavilion. This group intends to restore this Grade II listed Edwardian building to its former glory, but with a 21st century addition. Part of the building will be a film center with cutting rooms, video center. This grand auditorium could again present plays, live music, films, live broadcasts of plays, opera, ballet, and excellent educational opportunities for local students. The shops on the front could again be rented. The aim is to turn this building into a community hub for the enjoyment of the many and in the interests of the local people.
The Leas Pavilion is a vital part of our heritage, and it will prove a wonderful continuation of the creative quarter down towards the sea. It displays Edwardian grandeur, things that people are very nostalgic about, and I think it's certainly worth saving.
Supporting the Leas Pavilion campaign because I feel it will be a valuable addition to the total regeneration of this part of Folkestone, so we can have a circular tour from the Leas to the harbour and up to the creative quarter.
And it has my full support. It's a historic building, and if we can save it and make it work, then we should be right behind these people who are doing this work.
That surely the Leas Club is something that we should be passionate about, we should be keeping, because it could be an amazing art centre. These things are already here, so you know, let's keep them.
The Leas Pavilion should be saved. I think it's a beautiful building and there's nothing else like it around here. So it's a kind of a great part of the history of Folkestone, so it'd be lovely to keep it.
And I think they do deserve to be preserved as a monument to Folkestone and Folkestone's history. So I think we should all get behind looking after buildings like this, because if we get rid of them now or they go, we'll never get these things back.
And I believe the pavilion should be saved because it brings heritage to our town.
People need to care for this building. It punctuates the whole of the Leas.